So this is about how ordinary people forgive themselves for being ordinary because they're not ordinary. And it's about the 50s. The curse of the 50s, when the supposedly Levitt town was the place you didn't want to be because it was too regimented and too held in, and then you had to join a group and you had to do the right thing. And so Neil Cassidy drives all across the United States with Kerouac, and then later he drives around with Keasy in the bus. But he has to conform to that group. And they all have to conform to the group they're in. The thing about the 50s is, in the 50s, you could steal a bottle of beer off your neighbor's back porch, and you could see the rings of Saturn. In 1950, the sun went out. We talk about the sun going out. The sun did go out. It went out midday. And then the Korean War started. And then came the biggest snowfall anybody had ever seen, 27 inches. And you have to live through all these things. But you don't have to believe what anybody tells you about yourself. When you're young, everyone has the feeling within that they have it, that they feel it, that it beats in their hearts. Wave Gravy calls it the garden of the heart. So they drove back and forth across the country, and they celebrated themselves smoking dope and being men who were free. But everybody's free. And the public relations part is the big thing. If you don't have a PR firm behind you, if you don't have the zeitgeist to celebrate you, no one's ever going to know, and everybody's going to think that they were special and you're not, but you're special, and they're dead. They barely make it to 40. Kerouac dies suddenly of liver poisoning. 2 days he was gone. Cassidy, he didn't fall asleep on railroad tracks in Mexico. He passed out from whatever it was he took, and he was gone. Bronigan rotted in his house for weeks. He was gone. Keasy took acid at Stanford for the CIA. That's privilege, all right. Are you telling me that's not the 50s? Are you telling me that's not regimentation? All they needed was an audience. And if you don't have an audience and you live in off stage by yourself, you can be freer than any of them to do whatever you want.